Hello, everyone. I want to talk to y'all for a few minutes, and I want to talk about something that's really serious here. You know, I've been on here for a minute, and I'm going to show love and light to all of you. But I want y'all to know, keep your head up, keep going for the gusto. And some of you that are confused, and what I mean by that, some of you are in these so-called, we'll put it this way, organizations allegedly. And they talk to you and they tell you they can offer you all this. And, well, I'll give you your dreams. I'll make you rich. And if you so in our organization, you're going to be the best person. Let me tell you something. A lot of that, you're already mind controlled before they get you. They try to make you broke. They try to make you pour down where you will sell because they don't want you to be able to say no. But see, I roll with Most High. I don't roll with these people that don't even know the value of their soul. You don't know the value of who you are. Some of you are chosen ones, light workers, star seed, earth angels. And some of you're on the right path, and then some of you are working for them because you felt like, what have you saw? You got nothing trying to be. You felt like there was no miracles. Miracles do happen. But understand this, and I'm going to say this, and don't nobody get mad in these organizations allegedly. I feel like if you were sold your soul and they mind controlled you at the time that you sold your soul, that contract is non-involved. Because if you go back and say, Most High, and explain to Most High what's going down and how you was when you made that deal, Most High already knows they tricked you. They told you that you did it on your own, but a lot of this is mind controlled because they put stuff in us in the day we was born. As we came into the world, we was being tracked. We were used like cattle in them MK Ultra programs, allegedly. This is entertainment purposes only, allegedly. They've been doing it all my life. You knew where I was, devices to control me. And then you were trying to set me up with these crazy kind of dates and people that work for you. I know. But what I'm going to tell you something, allegedly, it only made me stronger to realize Most High had more to offer than what y'all had to offer. Money don't cover nothing. I can get money like it's nothing. It rains like water. But when I sit back and have to fight for it and steal it, that would be wrong of me. But that's what you have to do to be part of that team. So, I'm going to tell you something, you young people. You have a chance to go back and explain to Most High what happened and go back to change what you've done and recall and say, I was done unfairly and unjust because they mind controlled me at the time that I had made this deal. I didn't know what was the situation, and then some of you were allegedly at these parties like Diddy parties and you wanted to be rich, but they did things to you to get you to do it. So you gotta understand, so that's the manipulation of your contract. That was a default anyway because it's under faulty pretenses. So please understand me. There's new rules in town. And I'm just saying this, allegedly. Let me pull some cards on this. Tell me about these contracts that they try to make you sign when you're being mind controlled. What is this, Most High? Tell me about this. See this, and then see the assassination because of greed. This is what it's for. And they use your egotism to get you to do it. See, their main focus is to assassinate. They had to put your greed and you being, just being on your ego is what got you the way you are. It wasn't because they won. It was because they manipulated you and they mind controlled you, as you'll see. What else? So they work on the greed and they work on your ego. So if you're still in your ego and they tell you you're powerful and they give you a few magic tricks that seem real, and these magic tricks were not real. They were just basically, and they work when you're a child. See, look, you're a child. They use you as a power supply. See, young folks, you're being used allegedly for a power supply. And anyone put magic on this will go right back to send 1,000 times food. And how do I know this allegedly? I've been used since I was a child. It's called MK Ultra allegedly. And I don't care. Some people speak up about it and they come up missing allegedly. But let me tell you something. Most High knows when He told me to say this. What else is going on? So they use the children for a power supply, allegedly, and say that you did all these wrong things and you can't come by. And then they'll fake your death. They'll fake that you've left here. And if you pay for money, they do this for money. This is all done for money. Money is the rule of evil on this planet. They make it look like it's just so you got to have it. Then there's strangulation going on allegedly on this planet. And there's a lot of strangulation because they be in affairs. These young people get in these affairs with these, so-called, these new loves that they think love them. And they had to find the next, and they be jealous and stuff. It's a lot of jealousy leads to your downfall, like a male. There was a male, males and they be jealous, of a situation. So they take you to a motel or hotel, allegedly. And it's in the cult. See, they want you to join the cult. In this motel, they have these meetings to do this. And they want you alive. See, the whole point is wanting you alive because they need that power supply. See, there's a celebrity here. That's alive, and they have debts they have to pay, allegedly. Someone has debts they have to pay, but this phenomenon does. There's a phenomenon that has serious debts to have to be paid because they married somebody in a wedding. They got married to somebody. They love to do that, and they would do the crimes of passion. See all them bodies? They would get them in some stuff like take out these bodies. But they didn't know what they were being abused, neglected at the time, and they'd be treated like they was abusing them and neglecting them. And the dating stopped from the past. This is someone you dated in the past or somebody may have dated. There's something about when they date you, they wanted to take you on the inside, this person in the past, but they caused a burial. And see, they knew you were very intuitive. See, someone who has good intuition, the devil knows that. And they know that the devil knew your intuition was real good around the beach and around the wooded area. They tried to get you to make suicide. This is their main thing. When they're done with you, they'll have you commit suicide or something over greed to keep their power supply. And they'll keep using your parts over and over to every part of you that gave them power. Is no more source. And they see what I'm saying? Every part of you, and the trigger warning, dismember you, and every part of you they use to power themselves up. So, don't be fooled by all this, because a lot of this, they make these natural disasters. There'll be natural disasters when they need to do this, because there'll be a lot of people at one time, and they tell a lot of lies of what happened on these natural disasters, allegedly. And they know there'll be a lot of these be going on. They be doing a lot of that. And that's the main thing they do. And then they throw us in the landfill. They try to throw the situation like in the landfill, what happens. And they trap you somewhere near a landfill. You get trapped by a landfill by these aliens. These aliens do this. It's like we know what you can do and we want it. We know how we get it. And they take you to this desert. So, a lot of you, and this is a top secret. They don't want everybody to know that they be in your neighborhood watching. And, I know what they're doing. They watch me all the time, but especially these couples. There's a couple really in on it. They used to watch me all the time. And, but there's justice coming in the behalf of the watchers and the ones that set this up. They know they were doing some perverted things too. They was end up doing perverted things, and that's what's hidden in this organization. And this was all because they want revenge. It's all revenge. And so they tried to make you go missing. So they want you to go missing in this tunnel here. See, that's the whole point, and go on the road. And then they get imprisonment. Somebody went on the road and somebody gets imprisonment, locked up because they was running away. They only locked this person up because they were running away because they wanted to put them in the fire. And they were meeting on how they're going to make these disasters, these these man-made disasters and these serial killers, and the caregivers. This was a cover-up to cover up a DEATH. They was doing this to cover it up, saying outer space. And there's some partying going on in the family here. See, what they do is, just like I said, they're mind controlled. This person was mind controlling their own spouse to do these crimes. They were mind controlling this person while they were healing. They were trying to mind control, and then they were trying to clean this up. See, they don't want this to come out that they were doing this on the boats, and they regret the day that they tried to offer a gift of somebody on social media for their life insurance. And they was making accidents, go around by the mountains. They would be a lot of the mountains and the grandparents. They was trying to make accidents for the grandparents and the home that they lived in next to the water. Somebody was doing a lot of frauding people. And there's legal matters going down because they were doing home homicides. And there was surveillance going on this whole time on this accomplished partner of the crime. And they would travel different places to do this. So I'm just letting you know, don't believe the hype. These organizations know they serve, that's what they serve. And they go out to do it. And they do these crimes allegedly. And I want to let y'all know, keep your head up. Some of you think you sold your soul. But let me give you a little beef on this. If you're being controlled by a demon, a source to do the things you do, and you were mind controlled and you didn't know what you were signing, because if you're mind controlled, how did you know that you were selling your soul? A lot of you think you sold your soul, and really you need to just go talk to Most High and work it out above, because you were tricked out of your soul. And and they're doing it to make you lose everything because they figure you won't figure this out. But actually it's non and void. Technically, all you got to do is reclaim you and go to Most High and say, I know what I've done and I take responsibility, but that was mind control, what they did to me that night, and I was drugged, I was done wrong, delusional. All these things are tricks. There were tricks played on everyone. So don't feel like we're all not tricked. And this is allegedly, you take it where you want to. They use our children for power supply because they're getting desperate now. They love to use the young. The young is naive and they don't know what's in front of them. They don't even see it. And like I said, I'm going to tell this, and I'm going to say this in the ethers. And I'm going to say this prayer. To the ones that are centering the witches and the cults that had anything of trying to sell the souls of my children, of our earth angels, ascendants, or children, I call for justice in the ethers and judgment on your heads. You had no right to mind control them to sell their soul, and they did not know what they were selling because they didn't know who they were. A lot of us are asleep, so therefore you forfeit that contract. And I ask in the ethers that for the lies they have told all the people on this planet, and they don't want to stop. They keep doing it. They keep setting these spells and casting this out in Most High, and they act like you're not real and you're not irrelevant. Let them see in the ethers who you are, that you are here to protect us and love us, and we're not just power supply on this earth for people that are not grateful and don't want to live in love and peace and joy in the light of things. Because Most High, they have broke treaty. They keep coming for the chosen one, earth angel, starseed. We can't make money. We can't do anything. And some of them sell out because they have families and they tell them their contract, but they were mind controlled to put magic on us or to turn on us, to show unkindness on the earth. I know we signed a treaty for peace and love and kindness, but they have broken it all. In the ethers, I asked for judgment and justice to be in the behalf of the ones that are next connected to me. I am an earth angel here on the planet. I am on earth serving Most High, which is you, and I'm at your service. I ask in the ethers that this be dealt with, because They can't be touching my children, my ascendants, my grandchildren, anyone that's touching weighted with me. They are to not touch. They know the treaty. We are not to be touched before you range your terror. Now, what you wanted from me in the ethers, I asked that all the stuff they stolen from me, all the stuff they set up and took the souls of, I asked that them souls be released from the pits because they were lied to, and it was deception, and they did not tell the truth. They mind controlled these young people to sell their soul, them star seeds, earth angels, and these chosen ones, and these children that have know they're innocent and did not know what they were. We were mind controlled and drugged. In the Holy Spirit, I asked that they be freed from the pits of hell that you put them in, and let them talk to Most High and go to Most High to commit of doing the right thing and for love, peace, and kindness, and let go of demonic forces that have them bound to them. They have no right to my children, my descendants, my grandchildren, anything. So I have cast you in the ethers. I ask this in the Holy Spirit. Let them deal with this, and judgment be on your heads. My children were off limits. My ascendants was off limits. And the ones connected to me that were brought to mind, you tricked them. So all tricks are reversed and all souls go free. It is done.